you can see that very quickly, you know, this goo is building up here. All right, this liquid from the banana, and you know, we've done this nice little cup where, you know, this goo is going to now raise and fill up. And what's the purpose behind this? You know, we're preventing bugs, you know, beetles. We have a specific beetle here that, you know, bugs out all the banana plants, and you know, most of the bananas plantation in Brazil is bugged out by this. But this is how we can prevent it.
Forget about sustainability. You want to enrich ecosystems.
Every bean is equipped to live a positive, energetic balance.
Keep it pruned.
We are cultivating abundance.
Not a problem to cut down trees. The problem is not planting them.
What is up, Agroforestry Academy crew? We're back here in the plot from the course. If you haven't checked out the course, you know, it's been around for a while. It's free, it's on YouTube. Check out the playlist. It's rolling. We're about 2 years down the line now. Coffees are booming. Things are looking really nice and really nice, healthy. I mean, for a 2-year-old coffee, you know, we're producing. It's looking really nice. Some lovely, loads amount of service plants and timber wood and some really exciting stuff. But today we're here to talk to you about banana. I've done a video on how to plant bananas. Felipe's done a video on how to manage your bananas, the general health. But today we're doing a specific video, and by the way, check out those 2 videos. We're going to have the cards, and you know, at the end we'll suggest those videos to you. But today we're going to do the video on how to prune, how to bring down your bananas. There's some specific techniques to make sure that, you know, you don't let the beetles and, you know, other bugs go in to your banana and you know, bug everything out. So today's video is specific about how to bring them down and you know, organize that material and things like that. So, but before we get into it, so guys, just very quickly, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now. All right, it's free. Make that button great and make my day. Follow us and be the first to know when the new content's out. And if you appreciate this video, smash that like button and help us reach more people so others can too learn about agroforestry. And without any further ado, let's get rolling with today's content. Yeah, check out that stuff. Moving on, show us some love, because it's the way to keep the channel booming. All right, nice one. So let's see what's happening here. The boys are working. We're bringing down some of these bananas. We started organizing the material. All right, I'm going to show you in a bit how to bring them down, but let's just get involved with this. Look, we're organizing the material by the coffee. All right, and what we've done here, we're clearly laying down the trunks so that we can after shred the leaves over it. So first I'm going to lay down the trunks, you know, where they're nice, where they've got the, you know, the juicy, whoa. This thing is falling on me, where they've got the juicy part, you know, really feeding the soil. All right, so really, you know, if you've got a nice bit of shade and that amount of juice, you know, you can really survive a drought season. You know, your coffees won't suffer if you've got that nice bit of shade and that nice bit of juice. You know, as we're on the topic of coffee, we're going to harvest soon, and then after the harvest, you know, we're going to go into the dry season. We harvest these, and when the first humidity comes back is when they're going to flower, you know, so they can produce new seeds, new fruit. And when they do flower, they need that half sun. So, you know, it's important to manage your system. And, you know, coffees are from the low strata. Coffees, you know, they are a plant, you know, that love shade, but they do appreciate, well, they do need that half sunlight in the flowering stage. So it's that 2 month a year where it really benefits, you know, opening up the system and bringing in the light. It's not exactly the time for it now, but I'm already doing some of the work, you know, already thinning out a lot of these bananas, and then we're going to be, you know, working on these eucalyptus and, you know, letting a little bit of light in for the boys here. All right, so what I'm going to be showing you now is how to bring the banana down step by step. Let's get on with that. All right, guys, so the first step is to do the easiest stuff. You know, you need to organize this material. The last thing I want to do is bring down this banana with all the leaves and everything falling down on all our seedlings and all our coffee plants and all the neighboring, you know, babies. So I really don't want it to come down with all that leaf and all that weight and all that volume. So we've got to organize the material from top to bottom. basically I'm going to remove all the leaves initially and, you know, lay them down so that I can organize them, you know, at the next stage. So check it out, we're going to organize these leaves. All right, this is what we call banana prata here in Brazil. Burro bananas or chunky bananas, they're known as in English. It's a little bit one of the tallest burro bananas I've got around here. I've got them old varieties, which are the really tall ones, but for these ones, it's actually got quite tall. You see me doing that little jump there. So what do we do now once we've taken, you know, the core of the leaves? You know, obviously if I can't reach it, I'm not gonna be jumping, you know, much higher than that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take down the head where it's at a comfortable level for me. So around about here. Now, if already we've caused a little bit of havoc with this material coming down, imagine if the whole tree came down, you know, already eliminated a lot of the potential mess. Get some of these dry leaves out so that we can really get to the base, you know, so we can see what we're doing for real. All right, so we've organized, you know, the aerial material, you know, the leaves and some of that trunk, and we're gonna show you the cut here now. But we, you know, before we show you the cut, you know, let us know in the comment, you know, how you use your bananas. You know, if you like, how you like to manage your bananas and spread your material. If you've got any other ideas or anything else that you've seen around, let us know in the comment, all right? Let's interact about that. So let's just get straight into this. So this is the deal. We like to have, you know, obviously we're always working with very sharp machetes. Here, you know, we've organized the material around it. We want to get quite close to the base. Not at the very ground, not too high. You know, if I was to say about 10, 12 centimeters from the ground, and you know, and I want to get an angle where it goes in, downwards, and you're gonna see why. So I'm going in the angle in downwards like that. All right, push that in. I'm gonna give that slice there. All right, see that slice? I'm not going too deep, otherwise I'm taking my cut too low, and I'll show you why in a sec. All right, so I'll bring that out and I follow the next cut. I point the machete in the angle a little bit up because it's going to do a little round circle. Look, in again. So very short stints here, look. In again. All right. There's a lot of organic material here. And sometimes, check it out, sometimes it becomes a little bit tight where you have, you know, seedlings and things around it. But you know, your machete can be a little bit flexible. See it there? You can be a little bit flexible with that. All right. So we've gone all around that. We've gone all around that. Vai chegar mais para trás agora. Agora pode pegar uma imagem maior, beleza? Alright, so we've gone all around that circle. We gave it a nice clean cut. Remember, we brought it down here at a comfortable level, so all that aerial stuff that is out of control is gone. Now that I've given that nice clean cut, I should be able to just break, you know, just break that and bring it in carefully into the ground. You know, I give it a little lift to kind of bring it out. Okay, so let me show you this. All right, so check out the cut here. Check out what's happening here. This is a pretty damn perfect cut, actually. You can see that very quickly, you know, this goo is building up here. All right, this liquid from the banana, and you know, we've done this nice little cup where, you know, this goo is going to now raise and fill up. And what's the purpose behind this? You know, we're preventing bugs, you know, beetles. We have a specific beetle here that, you know, bugs out all the banana plants, and you know, most of the bananas plantation in Brazil is bugged out by this. But this is how we can prevent it. You know, we make this nice little cup, this goo raises, and this beetle's unable to come in, you know, and go into the bananas and, you know, into the roots and bug all the other bananas. So this is the technique we use to prevent, you know, bugs going in. All right, guys, so check out this that I found here. I'm very upset about this, but this is just it. This is the example where the beetle has actually gone in and bugged out everything. How did this happen? Someone here harvested the banana, you know, took the fruit out and didn't bring down the trunk. You know, when you just take the fruit out and sometimes you cut the head off and you leave the trunk there, and a lot of people like leaving the trunk there. They say, you know, the water goes down and back into the system, and yeah, that does happen. And if you choose to do that, you can leave it there for 1 or 2 days so that the water drains down. But then you have to remove this. You have to do that nice little cup. So this is what happened. They harvested the banana, you know, they cut the head off and they left this trunk, you know, like a 2 meter high trunk, just here to rot, just standing to rot. And this is what happened. The beetle actually went in from the top and it's gone down. And as you can, you know, as you can see here, this is it. It's bugged out everything. So it's actually, you know, bugged out the whole bunch. So at this point in the video, I've actually given the instruction of just removing the whole bunch because it's just all ill bananas now. You know, and this is how you keep your bananas ill-free if you do the nice job like that. So, you know, you get that water coming in, you know, and you know, preventing the beetles from going in. So it's a shame, you know, because you got this trunk, and it's either got to work for you in a way where you're going to, you know, organize this material and it's going to work for you. It's going to be positive on the ground, or you're going to leave it there and it's going to be negative, where you're going to be, you know, giving a gateway for bugs to go in and bug out all your neighboring bananas, and you're breeding bugs and things in the house. So the same material life can be positive or it can be negative. And we didn't save no labor because we had to come in and remove that trunk eventually, but we've removed it at a stage where it's too late now. I've not made good use of, you know, the material on the ground because it's just poor rotten material now. And, you know, I've not organized it so that the bugs are unable to, you know, enter your banana bunch. So I'm personally really upset about seeing the situation here, and keep that tip. So let's keep on moving with the video. You can see it's a real nice circle, okay? And a point I'd like to make is, you see, very short cuts, many of them. If we're thinking of just doing like 4 cuts, longer ones, the tendency is for you to start here, say you go down and then it ends up dipping. and then it goes up, and then it ends up dipping again. And if you dip with a machete, it means, you know, it's not going to be a nice cup. You're going to have these low points here, and then it goes up, and then another low point here. So, you know, you're going to have all these low points where, you know, it's not going to fill up very nice, so it's going to leak from that. So all these little nice cuts, as you can see, so you don't get that low point. You see, the low point here is actually minimum, and then you go there and there's a low point there, that's minimum. So little cuts, lots of them, make it nice and round, okay? And, you know, in a matter of minutes, you know, in 10 minutes from now, we're going to see this goo raise, and it's already going to be protected, okay? You know you've done it right once you've reached this kind of like this core of the banana here, this kind of like, I won't know the name of it, but, you know, it's the core. And, you know you've done it wrong too high up. If over here you see something more looking something like this, you know, if you see the eye, you know, these little round circles, if that little eye is still here in the center, it means, you know, you've not gone in deep enough. You've got to, you should be doing it lower, where once you know, shaking that trunk and you actually feel that clack, you've actually broken off some of this root, you know, this core rooted, you know, central low part of the banana, and now it's not going to re-sprout. You know, if it had the eye, then you've got risks of it re-sprouting, and then, you know, and you know, you're leaving and then, you know, that's where the beetle goes in specifically, and, you know, it's not good enough. So you need to go in lower to get to this, like, you know, once you do it, you know what I'm talking about when you see this part there. All right, that's pretty cool. So we'll come back in a few minutes and see how that's looking. Right guys, so now I'm going to show you how I like to organize the leaves over the trunks. But just before we do that, you know, go ahead and leave your comment. You know, let us know how you like to organize your banana trunks, how you like to organize the material of your banana. If you know any other techniques and systems of bringing them down, you know, let's interact about that. You know, worldwide, lots of different techniques. So tell us in the comment how you like to work and organize your banana trunks. Do you use it in vegetable systems? Do you use it, you know, in agroforestry systems? Let us know about your system. To, you know, how about make a little video, post it down here. Let's talk about that. All right, let's have a look at the boys, what they're doing now. So once we've organized these trunks, okay, we're gonna go and shred the leaves over it. So this is why we organize the leaves to one side, so that, you know, initially, obviously we will bring the leaves down first before the trunk, but I organize them to our side because I love to have the trunk, you know, in direct contact with the soil. Even if there's some old organic matter, I like to, you know, shift that to the side so I can have, you know, the trunks in direct contact with the soil, so it can, you know, have that irrigation power. And then we shred these leaves, you know, over the trunk. It's very important because, you know, if I was to lay a whole banana leaf like that, it's like a blanket. It's like, you know, a big blanket, a big plastic. So, I mean, not in the sense of like the material, but, you know, once it rains, it's going to hit here and it's not going to penetrate. It's going to be like, you know, this is going to be like isolating the water from the soil. It's going to be like a big blanket. So we need to shred it so that water can penetrate through the banana leaves, okay? So we don't like to leave them whole like this. Even though this one here is nicely broken down, you know, a lot of them are not, but we really want to get that shredded down, you know, so that, you know, it's not isolating water from the system. So let's see how our friend does, you know, one from scratch here. Here. Aqui, ó. So, you know, so then what we'll find is that we'll have a nice organized green cover over the trunks like that, okay? And what I also love to do, I always love to leave some of the material over the actual banana, you know, trunk, banana plant that we did remove it from. So say here, you know, this is one was done, you know, I was teaching the boys, this could be a little bit better. I showed them where they went a bit wrong here, okay? You can see, yeah, we can learn from it. You know, it's not so round. He could have done smaller, you know, cuts here, but he did reach the center there. There isn't an eye there. It very nearly didn't, but he did reach the center. And on this other one here, which with another friend done for us as well, you can see where it's lower here and it's higher there. So the tendency is where it can, you know, it's gonna end up, you know, spilling over here. You know, the boys here, they're new and they're learning, so we're showing them, you know, the ropes. But what I was gonna say is that I love always leaving some of the green material from the leaves to the actual banana trunk, giving something back to it, and actually in the end actually covering this with some of the green material, you know. So we're gonna be coming back and shredding, you know, a couple of the leaves over the actual trunk that we just removed. All right, so we should be coming back to this plot sometime soon. I'd like to show you how the plot's been developing. Like I said in the beginning, this is from our Agroforestry Academy course. You know, this is the coffee system within that course. And, you know, we're gonna, you know, in the next coming weeks, we're gonna be, you know, pruning these eucalyptus. And then we're gonna be having a closer look at all the service plants and all the timber wood and how that's looking in the tree rows. And, you know, a nice update on the plot very soon, all right? So for now, I mean, all I gotta say is, you know, we got the Patreon community, the Patreon where, you know, if you guys want to interact with us on a deeper level, have this one-on-one contact, join the Patreon. We always have the Q&As where you guys have, you know, we interact with there. We're locked down in that room where, you know, we interact together. We have that live where you guys ask, you know, personal questions. And, you know, the Patreon crew, we're always there for you. We're helping you out in many different ways, right? You guys have a lot of bonuses and things going on there. We're always looking to create, you know, new things like webinars and, you know, interacting at a deeper level. And also, you know, just to reach out to you, and if you need something a little bit deeper, some personal consultancy. We've been helping people out around the world. We've been doing some consultancy, you know, in New Zealand, Florida, Spain, you know, around Ecuador. So we're going to be happy to, you know, to assist you in your project as well. If you need be, get in touch. All right. So from the Agroforestry Academy crew, till next time, baby.